Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. Today we're looking into the future of battery production.
Yeah.
We've got some really interesting articles and an interview with an expert
Oh,
from
yeah.
Chemours about this thing called dry electrode coating.
Exactly. So it's this
You want to explain what dry electrode coating is?
it's a new way to make batteries basically.
Yeah.
Instead of using the wet slurry process, which is
Yeah.
the kind of traditional method for battery production,
Oh.
we're talking about ditching the solvents and going with the dry process.
Okay, so one of the articles we have here is from an Italian publication,
Right.
and they were talking about how Tesla
Yeah.
is already using dry electrode technology
Mm.
in their 46 energy batteries.
Yeah. Tesla's definitely leading the charge here.
Okay.
But there are other big players,
Interesting.
Volkswagen
Yeah.
and LG Chem. They're all investing a lot in this tech.
So it sounds like
It's going to be a race
Yeah.
to see who can perfect it first.
it's a really big deal then.
Yeah. Definitely.
So why are these companies so excited about dry electrode coating?
Well, I mean, there are so many advantages.
Yeah.
First of all, it's much more environmentally friendly.
Yeah. The interview really emphasized that.
Yeah. No nasty solvents. So it's a big win for the planet.
That's huge.
And it's also way cheaper to produce.
Okay, how so?
Traditional battery factories need tons of space for all those solvent tanks and
Right.
all that mixing equipment.
Yeah.
But with this new method,
Uh-huh.
you could basically shrink the factory down
Wow.
to like a tenth of the size.
So that means
So you're saving a ton of money.
cheaper batteries.
Yeah. And hopefully cheaper EVs.
That's something that would get consumers excited.
Absolutely.
Our expert also mentioned faster charging
Oh, yeah.
and longer range for these batteries.
Yeah, imagine like cutting down those charging times. You know,
Yeah,
you could road trip in your EV in no time.
that would be a game changer for sure.
Yeah, it's got huge potential,
Yeah.
but there's still some challenges they need to overcome.
Right. Yeah, the interview went into a lot of detail about those challenges.
Yeah, like one of the big ones is adhesion.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you get that dry material
Right.
to actually stick to the electrode?
Yeah, it's not like using glue or anything.
No, it's tricky. Right now they're using carbon coatings
Oh.
to help it stick, but eventually they want to move to something called direct lamination.
And direct lamination is better because...
It's more efficient and cheaper in the long run.
Okay, I see. The interview also talked about something called inactive material and
Yeah.
how they're trying to minimize that.
Right. You want as much of the electrode as possible
Okay.
to be made of those active materials.
Yeah.
The stuff that stores energy,
Mm-hmm.
but you also need other stuff in there, kind of like scaffolding to hold it all together.
And that's where the Teflon comes in.
Exactly.
Wait, Teflon? Like the stuff on my nonstick pans?
It's similar, but companies like Chemours,
Uh-huh.
they're developing these special PTFE formulations
Yeah.
specifically for dry electrode coating.
So it's not just any old Teflon.
Right. They're tweaking the recipe to make it perfect for this application.
So what makes this special Teflon so important?
Well, it actually forms these microscopic fibers
Okay.
within the electrode. They call it fibrillation. You
Fibrillation.
can't see them with the naked eye,
Right.
but these tiny fibers, they create a really strong network.
Interesting.
It's like reinforcing beams holding everything together.
So there's a lot of engineering going on at a really tiny scale.
Absolutely. It's not just mixing dry ingredients.
Right.
It's about engineering the material at a molecular level.
Wow. The interview also mentioned some potential regulations.
Oh, yeah. The EU
Uh-huh.
is considering some new regulations on PFAS.
And that could affect PTFE,
Yeah, it could.
but Chemours is...
But Chemours is committed to responsible manufacturing
Okay.
and working with regulators to make sure everything is safe.
Good to know. Another challenge that came up was making sure the battery materials are spread evenly.
Yeah, you need a nice even distribution
Right.
across the electrode for the battery to perform consistently.
Yeah, I can imagine if one part of the battery is thicker
Exactly.
than another, it's not going to work as well.
It's like baking a cake. You want the ingredients mixed thoroughly.
Yeah, so every bite tastes the same,
Right.
but how do they check if the powder is mixed properly?
That's the tricky part.
Yeah.
The traditional methods
Mm-hmm.
for analyzing the wet slurry, they don't really work with dry materials.
But how do they do it?
Chemours is actually doing research
Okay.
into these on-the-fly analysis methods.
Wow, so they're having to come up with totally new ways to
Mm.
analyze this
Just
stuff.
cutting-edge stuff.
So it's not just the materials that are new,
Right.
the whole manufacturing process is to
Exactly.
be reinvented.
It's fascinating to see all this coming together.
Yeah.
The chemistry, the engineering, the manufacturing.
Yeah, it sounds like a huge undertaking.
It is, but the potential benefits are enormous.
Okay, so for us everyday people,
Yeah.
what should we be looking out for?
We'll keep an eye out for announcements from those car manufacturers
Okay.
about improvements in battery range, charging times, and of course, price reductions.
Those are the things people care about.
Exactly. Those could be signs that they're adopting this technology.
So it's not just electric cars that could benefit.
No, this tech could revolutionize batteries in everything,
Wow.
from our smartphones
Yeah,
to how we store energy on the grid.
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's a really exciting time to be following this field.
Before we get too carried away,
Yeah,
let's step back for a second.
Right.
The interview ended with this really thought-provoking question
yeah.
about the future of batteries.
It really stuck with me, too.
So most electric car companies are also working on solid-state batteries,
Right.
which don't use liquid electrolytes at all.
Mm-hmm.
So could this push for dry electrode production be a stepping stone towards even bigger changes in how we power the world?
I think that's a question that deserves its own deep dive.
I agree. But first, we're going to take a quick break.
It's a really interesting thought.
Yeah,
We're talking about two big advancements happening at the same time.
right. Dry electrode production is getting rid of liquids
Hmm.
in one part of the process.
Exactly.
And then solid-state batteries
Mhm,
are trying to
mhm.
get rid of liquids altogether.
Yeah, it's like we're watching the evolution of batteries
Yeah.
happening right in front of us.
So could mastering this dry electrode tech give us like a head start
Yeah.
on developing those solid-state batteries?
It's definitely possible. The things they learn from perfecting one
Right.
could really help them with the other.
Okay, so let's bring it back to dry electrode coating
Yeah.
for a minute. What's the bottom line for our listeners?
Well, dry electrode coating has the potential
Okay.
to totally change how we make batteries.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a small improvement.
Right.
It's a whole new way of doing things.
Yeah.
A way that's more sustainable,
Uh-huh.
more cost-effective, and it delivers better performance.
So it's not just hype, it's the
Yeah.
real deal.
It's got serious potential.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier that there are still some challenges.
Right, there are still some hurdles they got to overcome, like adhesion,
Right.
minimizing that inactive material,
Yeah.
and making sure everything's spread evenly.
Those are all things
yeah.
that Chemours is working on.
Exactly. They're really pushing the boundaries here,
Yeah.
especially with their work on PTFE.
So should I wait to buy an electric car?
Well, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a personal choice.
Right?
But things are moving so fast.
Hmm.
If you're thinking about an EV in the next few years,
Yeah.
it might be worth waiting to see
Okay.
who's using this new tech.
Hmm. So we've got dry electrode coating,
Right.
which is really advancing quickly.
Yeah.
And then we have solid-state batteries,
Right.
which are still kind of in the early stages.
Yeah, it's like a race
Yeah.
between a proven contender
Right.
and a promising newcomer.
Do you think they could end up competing with each other?
It's possible they could go in different directions,
Okay.
or maybe they'll converge.
Yeah?
Maybe dry electrode techniques will be used
Uh-huh.
for solid-state batteries, too.
Interesting. So we've talked a lot about the tech,
Yeah.
but what about the people?
Right. The human element is important.
Exactly. We've talked about environmental benefits,
Uh-huh.
but what about the social and economic impact?
Yeah, we need to make sure that this shift to cleaner energy
Yeah.
creates jobs
Right.
and economic growth.
And that we don't leave anyone behind.
Exactly.
What about the ethical side of things? Sourcing the materials for these batteries.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have to think about the whole life cycle.
Yeah.
From mining the materials
Mm-hmm.
to recycling and disposing of the batteries.
So it's not just about the technology.
Yeah.
It's about how we use it.
We need to be responsible.
Right.
And make sure these advancements
Yeah.
benefit everyone.
Okay, so we've talked about dry electrode coating, reducing the cost of batteries.
Mhm.
But what about the cost of the technology itself?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Developing all this
Uh-huh.
takes a lot of money.
It does all that new equipment, the materials, the research.
So are we looking at higher prices at first before they come down?
It's possible those early costs
Yeah,
might be reflected in the price,
right.
but as things scale up,
Mm-hmm.
the cost should come down.
So it's like those early adopters. They pay a premium,
Uh-huh.
but they help to pave the way
Hey,
for lower costs later on.
And the benefits could be huge
Yeah.
for a lot of different industries.
So it's not just about better batteries. It's about a better future.
I think that's a great way to put it.
This deep dive has been really eye-opening.
It has for me too.
We're seeing a technological revolution happening right now.
Yeah. And we're just scratching the surface.
Before we wrap things up, I want to leave our listeners with one last thing to think about.
Right.
We talked about how dry electrode coating
Uh-huh.
could revolutionize battery production.
Yeah.
But what about recycling?
Oh, that's interesting.
Could this new process make it easier to recycle those old batteries?
That's a good question.
You know, recycling lithium-ion batteries
Yeah,
can be really expensive.
I can.
But maybe the simpler process could
Right.
make it easier.
Yeah, if they're using fewer materials
Uh-huh.
and there are no solvents to deal with,
Right.
recycling could become much more efficient.
That would be amazing.
It would?
Imagine a truly circular economy for batteries.
Yeah, that's a great vision.
A world where batteries are sustainable to produce
Hmm.
and easy to recycle.
Less waste, less reliance on new materials.
So maybe this deep dive has inspired some new ideas
Yeah,
for the next generation.
I hope so.
The future of battery technology is wide open.
Yeah, it's an exciting time.
We've reached the end of our deep dive, but this is just the beginning.
Right.
Keep exploring this topic
Yeah, ask questions, challenge assumptions.
and be part of shaping the future.
Absolutely.
It's like we found a treasure map, but instead of gold,
Right.
we found a roadmap to a more sustainable future.
And it's a roadmap with, lots of possibilities.
Yeah, it's really exciting to think about where it could lead.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not just about the technology itself. It's
Yeah.
about the people who are developing it and the people who are using it.
Exactly. Our choices make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. We buy the companies we support,
Mhm.
the conversations we have,
Right.
it all shapes the market.
So we're not just passengers on this journey.
Right.
We're actually helping to steer the ship.
Exactly. We can all play a part.
Yeah. And that starts with staying informed
Right. And asking questions.
and supporting the companies that are doing the right things.
The ones that are prioritizing sustainability.
Yeah. And innovation.
Yeah, exactly.
And we need to talk about it. Tell our friends and family.
Absolutely spread the word.
Get people excited about these new technologies.
Yeah, the more people who understand it,
Right.
the faster we can move towards a better future.
It's like a ripple effect. One person tells another person.
Yeah. And it spreads.
And pretty soon, you've got a whole movement.
Exactly. That's how change happens.
This deep dive has been amazing.
Yeah, it really has.
It's shown me that the future is full of possibilities.
Yeah, and it's changing so quickly.
Right. What we talked about today could be old news tomorrow.
Yeah, who knows what they'll come up with next.
So before we go, I want to leave everyone with one final thought.
Okay.
This isn't just about batteries.
Right.
It's about creating a future
Mm-hmm.
where technology and humanity can thrive together.
Yeah, a future where innovation and responsibility go hand in hand.
That's a future I want to be a part of.
Me too.
So keep those minds curious, keep exploring,
And join us next time
for another deep dive.
into the world of cutting-edge technology.
Until then, stay charged up.
And keep asking those great questions.